Dear brothers and sisters, yes, I am in charge here today, but you are running a constitutional democracy. I will put to you to summon the governors. Summon them, call them up. I'm doing my best to improve the revenue of the country and giving them their due. But they must equally be sympathetic to the populace, and they must consider the need of the local people. People reside in the local government. People are in the local community. That is where they reside. That is where they feed. That is where they garden. That is where they cook. That's where they farm. If the local government are not free and the leaders don't hang on to the number, we have 774 local government. It's just a number. Is it effective? Is it reaching the real people? Who is being held accountable for this money?
The Supreme Court of Nigeria has today, 11th of July 2024, declared that it is unconstitutional for state governors to hold funds allocated for local government administrations. The 7-man panel, in a judgment delivered by Justice Emmanuel Agim, declared that the 774 local government councils in the country should manage their funds themselves. The Apex Court held that the power of the government is portioned into 3 arms of government: the federal, the state, and the local government. The court further declared that the state government has no power to elect a caretaker committee, and the local government council is only recognizable with a democratically elected government. A democratically elected government is sacrosanct and non-negotiable, the court said. The court ruled that state government are perpetrating a dangerous trend by refusing to allow democratically elected local government councils to function, instead appointing their loyalists who can only be removed by them. Justice Agim dismissed the objection filed by the state governors. Remember that the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi San, has filed a suit on behalf of the federal government seeking to grant full autonomy and direct funding to all 774 local government councils in the country. The 36 state government, through their Attorney Generals, filed a counter-claim arguing that the Supreme Court lacked the jurisdiction to hear the case. However, in today's ruling, Justice Agim affirmed that the Attorney General of the Federation has the legal authority to initiate the lawsuit and uphold the Constitution. This is the second time Bola Ahmed Tinubu is winning in the Supreme Court ever since he became the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The first time was when he took the central bank to the Supreme Court, demanding that the new Naira note that was initiated by the then Central Bank of Nigeria should be scrapped and that the old legal tender should remain in circulation. His wish was granted. He has gone further to taking the 36 state governors to the Supreme Court, asking that the autonomy of the local government should be upheld, and the Supreme Court has granted his prayer. Now let us look at the consequences of today's ruling. What does it hold for Nigeria? What does it hold for the state government? What does it hold for the local government? Is this a nice ruling? All right, let's go ahead. Some persons are hailing the Supreme Court ruling, while some persons, of course, the 36 state governors, they are against the Supreme Court ruling. However, the Supreme Court judgment on the local government autonomy has highlighted the issue of joint accounts and the withholding of local government funds by state government. The practice of joint account, where state government control the funds of local government, has been a contentious issue. Local government have accused state government of withholding their funds, which has hindered their ability to function effectively. The Supreme Court judgment has declared that practice of joint account is unconstitutional and that local government have the right to control their own funds. However, the state government have cried foul, claiming that the judgment is an infringement on their powers. They argue that the practice of joint account is necessary to ensure that local government do not mismanage their funds. This has been hailed as a major victory for local government who cannot access their funds without interference from state government. The Supreme Court judgment is based on the provision of the 1999 Constitution, which guarantees the autonomy of local government. Section 7(1) of the Constitution states that the system of local government by democratically elected local government councils is under this Constitution guaranteed, and accordingly, the government of every state shall, subject to Section 8 of this Constitution, ensure their existence under a law which provides for the establishment, structure, composition, finance, and functions of such councils. The judgment is a reaffirmation of the constitutional principle of federalism, which recognizes the autonomy of local government as a third tier of government. This court decision is a clear message to state governors that they cannot usurp the powers of local government, which are democratically elected by the people. The action of some state governors in dissolving local government councils are a clear violation of the Constitution and an affront to democracy. These governors have shown a reckless disregard for the rule of law and the principles of federalism. The actions are a threat to the stability of the country and the well-being of the people. The dissolution of local government councils, use of caretaker committee members, and withholding of their funds has resulted in the loss of jobs, the disruption of social services, and the undermining of the democratic process. It has also created a power vacuum that has been filled by caretaker committees, which are not accountable to the people. The Supreme Court judgment has far-reaching implications for the country. It is a victory for democracy and the rule of law, and it has sent a clear message to state governors that they cannot usurp the powers of local government. The judgment has also highlighted the need for a constitutional amendment to ensure the autonomy of local government. The current constitutional framework, which allows state governors to dissolve local government councils and utilize their funds with reckless abandon, is a recipe for chaos and instability. The Supreme Court judgment is a step in the right direction, and it has reaffirmed the importance of the rule of law in our democracy. It is now up to the National Assembly to take up the necessary steps to ensure the autonomy of local government and to prevent the reckless action of state governors from undermining our democracy.